So before I introduce Milo, I just want to do a little icebreaker. So everybody just stand up. Stand up. If I get you all stand up. Loosen up a little bit. And so we go repeat after me because I feel like a lot of times working with youth, we sometimes forget that we're adults and we don't realize that we actually need some of that youthful energy. So I want you to repeat after me. So whatever you're going through in work, this is just a little mindful exercise. I am capable.
I am capable.
I am courageous.
I am courageous.
I am creative.
I am creative.
All right. So you may sit. So those are my three C's, and everything that me and my business partners have built, we try to embody those things. So we come from single parent households raised by our mothers and other strong women in the families. And one thing that we always have to do, we always have to be the first to do something. We always have to be the big brothers, the uncles, when uncles wasn't there, when fathers wasn't there. So I always wanted to do something that was impactful to the community of Oakland, which I'm from. And I just always wanted to give back. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do, but I remember fifth grade, I got in so much trouble. And I remember Mr. Taylor, my fifth grade instructor, he said, Dwayne, I want you to write me a story. And I'm like, what I'm going to write about? He was like, write about what you see yourself doing when you come back to Oakland. At this time, the universe kind of worked in mysterious ways. He broke us up into college groups, tables. So I was actually at Xavier University of Louisiana table. And I wrote a paper saying that when I come back to Oakland, I'm going to work for the city of Oakland. Where did I go to college? Xavier University of Louisiana. What do I do now? Work for the city of Oakland, for myself. So 9 years ago, 2019. It's 2019 now. So in 2009, I had just finished my master's in business administration degree from the University of Phoenix. And my final project was pretty much creating a business plan. So I looked at all of the other nonprofit organizations that work with youth specifically, some who I've worked with before, and I did a risk analysis. And so I looked at the gaps, and I just looked at the whole thing to see what was missing. The one thing that I noticed that was missing was that true community spirit to where it takes a village. So my program is designed uniquely because we haven't been federally funded yet. And in January, we turned 10 years old. So we managed to start a nonprofit organization off of $500, hosting our first summer camp at a Royal Park in 2009 with a couple of kids, 17 kids. I didn't know what I was doing, but I knew I was going to do something powerful and impactful for the youth in that community. I charged parents $85 for 8 weeks of service. I had them the whole summer. We went on field trips, we went hiking, we went all over the place. And you know what? Even though I only had 17 kids, I charged them $85. No kid went hungry. I actually even made money that summer. I don't know how it happened, but I feel like when you're supposed to do that level of work, when you wake up each morning, you're passionate about what you're doing, you can do anything. And so my organization, We Lead Ours, it's specifically designed for that. We want young people to feel like they can get outside, that they can compete. When I walk to my house, I see tons of homeless and captives. But I'm always self-internalizing, like, that's not your story. That's not your story. You can survive this because you're capable, you're strong, you're creative. Those are your natural gifts. You just have to believe in them. So I want to dial into as many young people as possible in my community, or even some cats that's not from my community, where they can come and participate, hang out. The furthest we had kids come from summer camp was all the way from Vallejo to come to Oakland to come to summer camp because they said Solano County didn't have enough activities for their child. So that's extending my reach. And again, we do it from the bottom of our heart. We give back, we partner with other nonprofit organizations, we make things happen. I believe that when you get up, you go to work, that you're supposed to have fun at work. So although I got on these nice shoes today, when I leave here, I'm going to pick us up some A's tickets because we're going to the A's game next week. And then I'm going to go and substitute for our PE instructor at our after school site because he had to take his wife to the airport. So, and I'm going to be out there dressed in this sweater and these pants, and I may have to do some push-ups because I may have to encourage somebody to get down there and do some push-ups. So the level of work that we do at WeLo, it's really been great to just see your baby just come to life. And I'm like, whoa, we're about to be 10 years old in January. We've done this without any federally funding. We supported ourselves by creating zero to affordable cost programming in the after school space, as well as building bridges to develop contract relationships with the Oakland Unified School District, attractive enough to get other corporate entities to say, we want to sponsor a program, we want to hang out with y'all. We have our Bay Area Seminoles football and cheer program. Last year we kicked off our rec league basketball league at Golden Gate Park, and that was just kids who never played a sport. They can come out and learn the fundamentals of basketball and have fun in a constructive manner and not feel like some of the pressure, like I gotta be Michael Jordan out here. No, we just want you to have fun. We want you to be encouraged to participate. Our after school program at North Oakland Community Charter School, this is our 4th year over there. And I couldn't be more impressed with the level of work that they're doing. When you're supporting other families, the kids, and their parents telling you their stories, what they're going through. When they was talking about Sparkplug, I'm like, I got a whole Rolodex of parents. I got to connect you with them so that they can get some of those resources, because that's what we do. I feel no nonprofit can be successful if you're scared to build relationships. Like, I'm only as good as my other community partners. I'm not in competition with you. It's a whole bunch of us out here doing all the goodwill and all the good work. All I want to do is make sure that any young person that interacts with me, or any adult that interacts with me, feel confident at the end of the day, feel like I can do that. Like, when I was first getting my master's in business administration, I did not want to go into the nonprofit workspace. I was like, nah, I'm getting this MBA. I love doing presentations. I love doing PowerPoints. I'm going to be a nonprofit business consultant, and I'm going to give all of my ideas to other nonprofit agencies so that they can grow, think outside the box, do business smart. And sure enough, what happened? I ended up starting my own nonprofit organization. And it was more so, I was working with a nonprofit, and pretty much the indirect advice I got from that nonprofit executive was basically like, if you do decide to go and get your doctorate in curriculum instruction and leadership development, you're going to be my direct competition. And I took that as, wait, I got too much creativity. I'm too ambitious. If I'm going to make pennies, I'm going to create my own pennies, put them in my own pocket. But I'm not going to make pennies for somebody else. And I give my kids that come work for me, I give them that same swag. I want them to feel that. I want them to enjoy that. And so before I wrap it up and close out, if you have any questions, I'll take them. We just kicked off our Mentor on the Fly program. So what that is a mentoring program for busy folks. So a lot of people want to get back to education and community programs, but they don't have the time. And so we want to create something that's a little unique. So the male program goes from 10 to life. The young ladies program goes from 9 to life. And so what this program does, it collects mentors, and we send out emails about what activities are coming up. And when you're able to show up, if you only know that you're available in November, then show up in November. If you know you can't show up, but you know you can go and sit in with a parent that have trouble communicating with a principal, you can say, I can go and walk and go with parents to help see what's going on with their child. So that's why it's Mentor on the Fly. It's when you can participate, when you can help, when you can support. Because I don't want to pressure you with 30 hours of volunteer hours in a week or in a month, and you don't really have the capacity nor the time, and you feel like I'm letting somebody down. So I'd rather you mentor, volunteer when you can help out. And on October 5th, we're kicking off our first girls. We're having a tea, and so that's going to be really fun. Get the girls the nice hats and tea glasses and stuff so that they can have a self-empowered tea. So if any of the women want to participate and mentor, volunteer in that activity, feel free. November we'll be going to a cow game. That will be open to both sexes, male and female. And if you ever want to drop by our after school site, definitely just email me and let me know you're coming by. I'm really excited to be here. Thankful to Wells Fargo for inviting me back out. This is my third year partnering in some kind of capacity with Wells Fargo. Looking forward to continuing that relationship, building on it, and doing and just coming back more, sharing these type of stories, and hopefully one day I can bring some young people up here next year to actually talk about the program. You won't have to listen to me. But this is always fun. It's one of the things that I really love to do. Just give back my time. Everything that I do is almost volunteer work. So, and I just feel blessed that I'm able to be in that capacity and work. Any questions?